Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex Day trade setups for today. And starting off with EURUSD, we have basically broken out of the wedge and looks like we are retesting that wedge at the moment. So yeah, I'm still looking for opportunities to be short here. We obviously need to break through the structure that is forming, and the rejection is happening, and the rejection we're looking for is right here at 110.446. Now we need to just drill down to the hour and have a look at what we need to look for. So ultimately you can see we kind of have a little range. You can see there's two major levels here, and you're looking for a break and retest of 110.212. That should get us going. You'll probably find some support here at 110.033, a little bit of a bounce, and then if you get a breakthrough here, then this wedge is on its way. So that's kind of the view at the moment. You can see there's the wedge line. It's a pretty decent retest. First one wasn't a retest, second one was a pin bar there. So this is the structure that I'm looking at this morning. Basically a break below the current low of the morning. So you can get down to a lower time frame, wait for that break and retest, and then look for a move at least until 110.033. Once you're through that, then you can start sort of continuing on the bigger move to the downside. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, that doesn't look pretty though. You can see on the 8 hours oscillators all grouped to the upside. We're far away from the moving averages. One thing is true though, the moving averages are pointing basically straight up, which indicates a really strong upward trend. We have gaps to the downside. We've got a gap here, we've got a gap here. So those gaps are always magnets, especially in the forex market. So you need to be cautious of that. And this bar that's forming here does look like a bit of a hanging man. So I'd be a little bit cautious chasing longs. But if you look at the 1 hour, that is the view that you should be having. You should be looking to buy the pullbacks. Now there is a little bit of structure here, which was a triangle yesterday, which we had the breakthrough going into the close. So I would be watching this area pretty closely. Basically we have the same setup as on EURUSD, except in the opposite direction. So we're looking for it to find support here. If we can find support here, then I would anticipate a continuation to the upside. But same as EURUSD, just do it, proceed with caution, should I say. If you just drop down the 15-minute, you'll see what I mean. Oscillators are easing off a little bit, so there's a triangle that was formed here on the 15-minute. So I'd wait and see what happens. Start breaking above the swing high, come back and test it, then you've got a great opportunity for a long, and your risk is around 300 points. You're going to take the previous fractional as your stop loss. But be wary of the bigger time frame, because the bigger time frame gives you a different picture, saying it's a little bit tired. Moving on to British pound Japanese yen, another one which has been straight up. Last week was a bit messy. This week has been one-way traffic, and we haven't had any of the pullbacks I'm looking for. And this is a massive break of this consolidation phase that we had here. I definitely do want to see a pullback before trying to chase this thing long. So if we get down to the hour, you can see yesterday was absolutely no chance of a pullback. We sort of rejected, then up, and nothing back onto it to test it. And now you can see we had what was looking like a little bit of a flag, and then it breaks the upside and the consolidation. So I'm still in that mode. Here is my pullback area, 160, 187. Oscillators are indicating we need to be careful. So again, this is another one for the 15-minute chart this morning. What you're looking for is a pullback onto the structure. You can see pretty solid structure on the 15-minute. Nice deep pullback here, and then a continuation to the upside. Alternatively, although I'm not too much of a fan of that, is bringing it back onto this trend line and buying off the trend line. I'd much prefer horizontal support. So that's kind of my view. The other way of doing this at the moment is London breakout. You break and retest 116.997, you're looking for a move to the upside, at least the height of the range. So that would be somewhere in the region of 600 points, because that would be it there. yeah, 660 points at the moment. So well worth paying attention to on the lower time frames. Just wait and see what happens. It is looking like a bit of a triangle as well. Lastly, Euro British Pound, and it is playing out like it always does. Every time we get above the 155, it tries to get moving, it fails, it forms some form of consolidation, and then breaks to the downside. So that move is on its way, if not done already. Again, no retest. So our target here is around there. And what I'm looking for is a pullback, which was over here, and didn't really materialize. Just see, yeah, hindsight being a perfect science. There was the structure. It's kind of messy, but we dropped below and then pinball off there. That was the signal, which I missed. So that was 142 point risk for almost 600 point gain at the moment. So same logic. You're looking for a continuation to the downside. So there's your pullback area. You're looking for price to come back somewhere. I was going to put a level on the top here as well because it may come into this range. So you need price to come back into this area, either test 083, 088, or come back and test this level here, 08345. Come back into this area, start consolidating, and then start rolling. And your first target is going to be 082695. I'd expect a bounce off that, probably a bounce off that to come and test this area again. That'll give you another opportunity for a short, moving to downside. Anyway, I think the confirmation is here. So this will probably continue back down to that weekly support, which is pretty much 082695. And there is, that's the one you need to pay attention to. So yeah, it does look like this weekly support has been tested again, and more than likely, we're in a downward trend right now, so more than likely a breakthrough happening sometime this year, breaking through this consolidation, also support range that we have here. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment on Forex. There are some half decent setups. Just be wary because the higher time frames are indicating we're a little bit tired. So drop down to lower time frames, get your levels in on the higher time frames, drop down to lower time frames, and wait for sort of the 15-minute to test and set up your patterns before jumping in on those trades. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.